Welcome to another episode of Wake Set Go. I'm your host, Mercedes, and today I want to talk about a couple of different things. We're going to dive into mental health, staying resilient, and also investing in yourself. So, real quick, before we get started, this is going to be a solo episode where I'm going to be discussing all these things. I know we're fresh off of the Olympics, where it was really exciting. I mean, the Olympics this year, I really enjoyed watching not only just the gymnastics part, but we just really had a great showcase of athletes. I mean, it was pretty impressive, and it just had me thinking just about how much dedication and skill it takes to do something like the Olympics, and how much strength it takes to actually represent your country, no matter if your country is considered developed or undeveloped, but just to have pure raw talent to just showcase and represent, regardless to where you came from. Everybody's on this platform and they're given this opportunity to showcase their skills. And I just think it's pretty nice. And it's really great to see countries that may not have the best facilities give a lot of our more privileged countries a run for their money, to say the least. So that was definitely my take or interest as far as the Olympics go. And of course, I do want to talk about Simone Biles. We'll get to that, where I saw bits of her documentary. Not sure if anybody else watched it on Netflix, and it really showed her at the Tokyo Olympics. Just to go rewind back a little bit, it showed how she was trusting and listening to her body. She was getting the twisties in the moment, and she decided to walk away from her vote. And that just says a lot. And I know I mentioned before on a couple of different episodes back, as far as like not necessarily saying that quitting, per se quitting, sometimes it's pivoting, but taking the time to listen to your body and do what's best for you when it comes to your health, mentally, spiritually, physically. That's going to help you become great and become better and be right at the exact moment that you need to be. And I really love her example of that resiliency when you showcase her coming from the Tokyo Olympics, where she got a lot of just backlash from people that were at home, that were like us, just sitting on our couch watching. And for her to just spin it around, come back stronger, come back better, even on an injury in Paris, she was able to dominate and just show that she's great, and that she wouldn't be where she is in that moment if she did not take that pause and did not take that break to actually invest it back into herself and invest it back into her mental health. So that definitely says a lot. And your industry may be different. You may not be a gymnast. You may not be into sports. I know breakdancing was one of those things I was thinking, oh, maybe I could do that in LA in 2028, but I heard that they're not doing breakdancing anymore. But regardless of what industry that you're in, there's times and there's moments where you can study your craft, get back on it, take a break, and just do whatever it is to prevent burnout. So I'm going to also touch on some of those examples as well. Lately, I've been doing things like reading, and I've been reading a couple books, and I know I've been diving into reading books that aren't always business and self-help related, but there are a couple business books that I do want to share that have kept me motivated and wanting to wake, set, go for it. There's a couple of audiobooks. They are Marketing Made Simple. That was one of the audiobooks I had finished. And then Business Made Simple. Those are really good audiobooks, and you can also probably check them out as physical books as well. I believe the author of both of those is Donald Miller. And then I actually have a hard copy of this book by Martina. She's from the Silicon Valley Product Group. She is in the product marketing space, which is the same as me. And it was pretty interesting. She had the first book, Inspired, which I'm hoping to read, but I've been diving into her second book, which is Loved. And it's basically supposed to rethink how we market tech products. So I'm really excited to dive into those books that she's written as well. And that's what I'm doing as part of my industry. But as mentioned, there may be different things that you're doing as well. And sometimes you have to take that break. And that's what I did. I took a break from reading the business, the self-help books, and it brought me back to being able to enjoy and see how it can help me in the industry as well. So stay tuned.